Hello, everybody. This is Ron Bumblefoot Thal of the band Art of Anarchy, and you are listening to BackstageAxxess, where the real show begins.
I no longer burn inside. Washed away that night when I realized the supernatural.
Hey, this is Chris with BackstageAxxess, and we are so happy to have with us today guitar player extraordinaire Ron Bumblefoot Thal, and he is here to talk about the latest of what's going on with Art of Anarchy. So thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. We do appreciate it.
No, thank you. Thank you very much.
So let's talk about Art of Anarchy. Now, first off, we had the unfortunate passing of Scott Weiland, so a new vocalist has come into the mix for this record. Can you tell us how Scott Stapp kind of came on board with the project?
We had just put out the first album in June of 2015. Scott Weiland, before he died, he had already just distanced himself from the band, and it was very public that he was not going to have anything to do with it.
Okay.
Like, okay. So at that point, the album came out, and it was just a question of, all right, are we going to let this thing fade? Are we going to find another singer? What are we going to do with this thing? And 2 months later, we were down in Florida jamming with Scott Stapp. We just... I don't know exactly who got in touch with who, or how it all went down. I just know, I think it was management. It was our manager that I've been in touch with Scott. We had a short list of people that we would love to be the new singer of the band, and Scott was, number one on the list.
Sure.
So I think our manager, John Gomez, he reached out to Scott's people, my people called your people, and next thing you know, these strangers are getting together in a rehearsal room to just kind of hang out and jam and see how it goes, and we hit it off. We just jammed, just made up stuff on the spot to see if we had writing chemistry, and came up with a little song ideas, like, all right, this is cool, and then we had some dinner and just talked about the future, and that was our first date. So everything went okay, so I was like, all right, we're going to have a second date. So he came up to New York and the next month, and the whole band, all five of us, just camped out in a big room with all our gear and tape recorder in the corner, and we just started writing. And we wrote half the album then.
Wow. Okay.
Half of that album just happened, the five of us just writing from scratch, and really was a complete fresh start, writing from scratch. It was like, this was a new band starting from the very beginning. And I could still picture the first day, the awkwardness of us all there. It's like, all right, how do we start this? Like, who wants to play this? Who wants to come up with the first riff, and we all start jamming to it, and just not even knowing, like, is this going to be even usable, or where's this going to go, or what are we doing here? But sure enough, we just all did what we do, and as long as we were doing that, it all came together.
Perfect. Now, the new record will be out soon, The Madness. So tell us a little bit about the new album and what we can kind of expect to hear from that.
You can expect exactly what you think you're going to expect. That is Scott Stapp, which we all know what he brings to the table. We know that unique sound of his voice.
Right.
We know the melodies that he comes up with and the very personal lyrics. So you can expect that. John Moyer from Disturbed, the bass player, you can expect very cool grooves, good bass stuff like that you've heard from him in the past. He's bringing that to the table. John and Vince Voda, the founders of the band, they're old school metalheads, and they have that youthful energy and that attack to them. And every once in a while, you're going to hear a little Megadeth-y, Metallica-ish kind of thing in the guitar and the drums, and that's them. And then me, I'm just the artsy-fartsy kind of left of center, bringing the weird stuff in. So So if you hear some kind of weird sound, if you hear something suddenly going from left to right speaker, because I was producing the album too, doing all that stuff. So I did all the mixing, mastering, recorded everybody. I was there for every step of everything that happened. So if you hear a weird guitar part, that's probably me. If you hear something strange, that's probably me. So it works out because Scott is very structured. He's very, he's definitely, he brings structure into this that it didn't have me. I'm off the wall, so it balances me out, and I think I bring something a little different to it, and you put it all together, that's what you get. So you're going to get a rock band that picture Scott's voice, Moyer's grooves. You got these metal dudes, just playing what they play, and me just putting this weird icing on it. And maybe I'm exaggerating. Maybe it's not as weird as I think. I'm just kind of doing what I do. So if you hear fancy, kind of out there, guitar parts, I'll just leave it at that.
Now, you mentioned, everybody's bringing different things to the table, but you've got so many, different personalities and ideas, and everybody's coming from a different group, known for a certain sound. So was it difficult to bring everybody together and kind of blend them into this one Art of Anarchy sound, or does everything kind of naturally flow for you guys?
It flowed, but there were definitely moments where there were definitely moments when it was sort of a battle to find the balance in a song. Certain songs that just changed so much and felt like the seesaw was going too far in one direction, and maybe the voters want something to be more metal. But Scott's like, it's too much. We gotta pretty this up. It's not, I don't even think I could sing something over that. And just trying to figure it out. But there was a lot of that. It was a year and a half of us developing this thing.
Sure.
And a big part of that is just our touring schedules that got in the way. It took a lot of time for the planets to align where we could all get together and continue recording and writing and shooting a video, whatever we needed to do.
Right.
But yeah, there were definitely those intense moments where songs were changing in a direction away from what one person likes and then back toward them and away from what someone else, and just finding a place where it sits right.
Right. Now, you mentioned that you also handled the production and the engineering and kind of everything on this record. Is that a process that you enjoy doing and kind of hashing it all out in the studio?
I love it. I definitely love it. Producing is my favorite thing. I love taking bands and bringing them into the studio and just making them sound like the best version of themselves. And just being part of that whole creative environment. The studio, that's where magic can happen. That's where things that can't happen in reality on stage can happen in the studio.
Sure.
That's where you can reverse time, make things go backwards. You can do anything.
Awesome. Now, let's talk about a different aspect of the album. I want to talk about the guitar work. It's so different from song to song. And it's such a great thing because you've got everything, just ripping, blistering guitars. You're getting like echo of a scream and afterburn. And then you've got the real powerful kind of emotive solos like Won't Let You Down, where it's almost in conjunction with Scott's voice on those types of songs. So how do you approach doing the solos, and do they have to fit for a particular song, or does a song come first? How does that work for you?
Well, the song always comes first, definitely. And I like to have the vocals come first as well, and then I work around that.
Okay.
A song like Echo of a Scream, where it has its certain energy to it. It seems like it needs just a real guitar solo. Needs that guitar moment. A song like Won't Let You Down seems like it just needs to sing. along with the vocals, and it's like the vocals sang and then the guitar should sing as well, and then the two come together afterwards in the following choruses where the guitar could be doing a secondary melody that's complementary to what the lead vocal is doing. So yeah, each song, the song is the boss, and then you just go by your gut and what you feel and take it from there.
Was it a tedious process, or is it something that just kind of is the first time is usually the charm?
For a lot of the Art of Anarchy stuff on both albums, a lot of it was first idea and go with that, guitar-wise. Most of the solos were just first take, first idea, first thing that popped in my head. Especially on the first album, everything was pretty much one take. On that one, John and Vince were like, hey, why don't you just stick a solo here? So just press record and just bust something out, and that was it. With this one, I think because the songs were closer to a finished place when I was laying the solos a lot of the times. I could feed off the melodies of the vocals and take all of that, and when it came time to just bust out a solo, I had a sort of melodic framework, I guess you could say. There was a setting that I could work within, and it made it easier to just make up something right then and there that had a nice melody to it.
Sure. Cool. Now, the band also has a video out that came out last fall for the title track, The Madness. So what has the response been to the video so far?
It's been good. It's been a good response. I think it's in the upper 200,000 views, nearing 300,000, which is nice. Yeah.
Are you involved?
As long as people like it.
Are you involved in the video making process, or is that just a necessary evil in today's music industry for you?
Oh no, I love videos.
Cool.
I love making videos. Like for my own records, I go all out. The last video I did, it was filmed in 3 countries.
Wow.
Had like 50 actors and 12 sets. And yeah, I love making videos.
So we can expect some more, hopefully, from The Madness once it hits this month.
Yeah, we're supposed to, I think the end of March, early April, shoot another video.
Okay.
So hopefully, we need to get cracking on ideas for that and solidify. But yeah. Okay,
cool. Now you'll be headlining some shows, I think in April, Rock into Spring in Vegas. Could you tell us a little bit about that show?
Yeah, it's a great festival. A ton of cool bands. So on April 29th, we're going to be headlining it. It's at the M Resort in Vegas. Rock into Spring. Yes. What can I tell you about it? It's going to be a really cool show. I don't know what else I could tell you. Come to the show and enjoy.
I would love to come to Vegas in April and enjoy that show. Are there any other tour plans in the works?
Yes, plenty in the works. Hopefully, very soon we'll have some other April dates to put out there. And yeah, we're planning and hoping to be playing all year and get out there and really just get face-to-face with everybody.
Sure. Now, I know that Art of Anarchy is on the front page right now for you, but you're always, creating and doing new and exciting things. Do you have any plans in the works for another solo record anytime soon?
Don't fall in love with a dreamer, 'cause you'll always live a fantasy. I'll make you a believer when those dreams become
it takes up the time that has to be priority. Maybe it can happen. Maybe spend enough time on the tour bus in between shows. Maybe I could actually write it and then get a break and record it. That's how I did my last album. It reached a point where it's been so long since I did an album, and I just wrote the first half of the album. on the last GNR tours I did with, in South America. I was writing half of it there, and then a few days after that, I jumped onto a solo tour with Yngwie Malmsteen and wrote the second half of the album on that tour. So I went from never being able to write on the road to only being able to write on the road.
Well, hopefully that'll happen for you soon, because if you've been wanting to do one for 12 years, the time is right.
I think so, yeah.
Now, if you had to pick just one album that is the most influential for you as far as your guitar work goes, what would that be?
Ooh, as far as guitar work goes.
Yep.
That is a tough one.
Or narrow it to a top few.
Top few, okay. What would that be? Guitar work. All right, I'm going to say Van Halen, Fair Warning.
Okay.
I'm going to say... See, for me, the guitar work is not just about the guitar, it's about the songs, and the guitar is just a tool for making those songs, so it's going to be song kind of stuff.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to say maybe Beatles' Abbey Road.
Okay.
As well as Rubber Soul, Revolver, Sgt. Pepper, and Magical Mystery Tour. And First Kiss album, and Dressed to Kill, and Hotter Than Hell, and Kiss Alive, and Rock and Roll Over, Destroyer, Love Gun, and Kiss Alive 2, and the Ace Frehley solo album.
Nice.
What else?
Oh, I'm sure you could list for hours.
Yeah, yes, Going for the One. A little album of 5 songs they put out in 1977. Masterpieces.
Okay.
Jethro Tull, Aqualung.
Awesome.
Billy Joel, The Stranger.
Cool. Very cool.
Blondie,
Very nice.
yeah. Blondie, Parallel Lines. What else? Maybe Ramones' Rocket to Russia. What else? I mean, it's a long list.
I'm sure it is. What about your hot sauces? Is that still an ongoing thing?
You know, I've had to kind of put them on the back burner.
Okay.
No pun intended. My burner. Just because everything is so busy with the music,
Sure.
and I just don't have enough time to really do the hot sauce, and I just keep saying to myself, I did not become a musician to sell hot sauce. So I do want to keep doing it. I'm thinking that maybe I'll do one-off limited edition kind of special hot sauces and just put them out every once in a while.
Okay.
Something like that. But yeah, it's just time is the enemy.
I hear that. So we can look forward to any updates on that on your website as things transpire.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much. It's a great album. Everybody should check out Art of Anarchy, and hopefully get a chance to see you guys out on tour, because that would be awesome.
Great. Thank you so much.